Hello. I'm Panda President Barack Obama. And welcome to our first episode of Panda Political Theater. I'm here, at the shrine of the unregistered voter with my friend, Panda Jeff Immelt.
Hello, American jobless.
Jeff is a widely respected business executive. 10 years ago he became CEO of General Electric. And in those 10 years he has cut the value of the company in half.
Just helping keep prices down for the American people, Mr. President. I like to say it's like people can buy our stock for half off.
Jeff has been a valued advisor since the earliest days of my administration. People like Jeff and Larry Summers helped me avoid what might have been serious economic policy mistakes. For instance, they convinced me not to take petty, short-sighted actions like holding reckless Wall Street bankers accountable. And made me realize that China, and India, and Korea are great engines of American job creation, not the job-destroying force that I, like many Americans, with no economic training, believed they were.
It was nothing.
Well, now I have asked him to take on a very important new responsibility. I've asked him to head my new Council on American Jobs. Jobs is something Jeff certainly understands. As CEO of General Electric, a great American manufacturing company, he understands American manufacturing jobs and what it takes to move those jobs here to China. While last year alone, GE closed more than 24 American factories and moved them overseas. Jeff, has any American CEO moved more jobs to China than you?
No, Mr. President. I don't believe so.
Jeff has already given me a number of very sound ideas for improving America's competitiveness and growing American jobs. First of all, he has advised me to lower our corporate tax rates. Our top corporate tax rate of 35% is among the highest in the world. And those job-killing taxes deprive companies of the resources to expand and hire. For example, let's take a look at GE.
Oh my.
So Jeff, what was GE's net income for the most recent tax year?
Well, that would be around $10.5 billion.
Jeff, that's very impressive. I guess you all can see why I turned to an executive like Jeff to lead my jobs team. Okay, now how much of that $10.5 billion did you have to fork over to the federal government in job-killing taxes?
Well, in our case, Mr. President, actually, nothing.
What? Excuses. You paid nothing. Oh my.
Well, strictly speaking, that's not exactly true, Mr. President. No, actually, you paid $1.3 billion to us.
Say what? Jeff? We paid you? Really? And how is that possible?
Well, there are the tax credits and the export subsidies and the money we make overseas that we can't shelter from taxes. And, well, just stuff that got into the tax code somehow. You know those lawmakers, Mr. President. They are always slipping in some little, unexpected, tax benefit for us. You really have to love those guys. Not an ungrateful heart amongst the lot of them.
Well, Jeff, what I don't understand is, how can corporate tax rates be killing jobs at GE if you don't actually pay any taxes?
Well, it's the very high rate that discourages job creation. The rate itself is very discouraging. You see, it sends the wrong message to business. It makes us feel that, even though we are not paying taxes, you actually wish that we were. At least bear your true motives. And well, what if we ran out of gimmicks one year, and actually did have to pay it? The psychology of this is very powerful, and weighs heavily on job creation.
I'm afraid that it may take me some time to get my arms around this. You remember how I struggled with the idea that it would be necessary to reward, with untold billions of dollars, the very bankers who drove the economy into the ditch in order to have an effective bailout?
Yes. To be fair though, many ordinary Americans still don't get it. We were all relieved at what a big sucker you turned out to be.
I'm sorry? What?
I just said that we were all relieved at what a quick study you turned out to be. It took a big man, Mr. President. Believe me. Someday the American people will thank you.
Do you really think so?
I'm virtually certain of it. As long as they never find out too many of the details.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff. And thank you, America. Sorry about the diversion. But you can see that these are complex issues. Jeff, any final words?
Just this, America. Speaking for the President's whole economic team, be confident that we are looking out for you. By which I mean that we are looking out for Wall Street. And making sure that Wall Street focuses on creating jobs. High-paying Wall Street jobs. Jobs that the members of this vital economic team can take when we leave the administration, or in my case, GE. We will be doing our best to justify the faith and confidence you place in us. Or at least to see that we are making enough money ourselves, that we won't be that bothered about having let you down. Sayonara?
Sayonara.